Hello, this is Todd Luck, and this is a video on the end of the Wii Shop. So the Wii Shop ended on the 30th. That was the last day you could buy things. The language on there made me think it was the 29th, and that's when I recorded my video on my last purchases. But it was actually the 30th. And in that video, I was really focused on deciding what to get and also how to spend like the $4 I had left over. Spoiler alert for that video, I did find a way to spend all that money. So it was a challenge, but it didn't leave me with a lot of time to kind of, analyze the situation. So I thought I'd do another video. First of all, let me get into what is left when you go on the Wii Shop now. So you can still go on the Wii Shop. It's still there. You'll open it up, but you won't be able to buy anything. Nothing's there to buy anymore, but you can go in there and you can download that channel to fix that glitch in Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, and you can also download the Wii Transfer channel to transfer things from your Wii to your Wii U. So that's really good. And also, you can still download games that you've already downloaded, and this is absolutely vital. Now, some people this won't affect, some people are really going to need this, so let me explain. So, what happened with the Wii was it didn't have a lot of internal storage, so what you would have to do is you would have to take games that you downloaded and transfer them to an SD card to free up space. So when you transferred your data from the Wii to the Wii U, everything on your hard drive at that time transferred to the Wii U and was okay to play. Anything on that SD card that you transferred from your hard drive to the SD card and you just let it sit there, that's locked to that Wii system. If you take it onto the Wii U, you won't be able to play it. Now, that is a problem with a very, very simple solution. You just go and download that game again. Just delete it off your SD card. Your save data will be intact. And all you do is go to the Wii Shop, find it, download it again, and you'll be able to play it just fine. It's a little glitch that, takes a little bit of getting around, but because you can still download all the games that you originally bought, you're still good. So that's fantastic. I appreciate Nintendo for doing that. So let's talk about the big problem this time that hopefully they'll correct next time when they close down the Wii U shop, which will hopefully not be for many years. But when they do that, please, Nintendo, do not give us a cutoff date so far in advance for putting money on there to get games with. The problem I had, first of all, I believe it was back in like March of 2018 or something. That was such a long time span that, first of all, I'm in a completely different financial situation. I have more discretionary money I can spend. But also, I made a plan. I did my research. I had planned all these games I was going to get, but inevitably, that's a really long stretch of time. I'm going to see other things. I'm going to reconsider things, and, I just found so many other things I wanted, and if I could have put more money on there, oh my God, Nintendo, I would have given you so much more money. I'm not even kidding you. So I hope next time we can buy, straight up to the end. Because, I really, really wanted to do that. There's just a lot of stuff I had to leave on the table. And so let me talk about, kind of my feelings here. I said in my previous video that, there was just something really distressing about having to choose the final games to buy. So the games you're looking at in this video, if you see gameplay footage, that's from a game that was a Wii exclusive at the time and has not been put out any place since then, not legally at least. So, that happened with a lot of the Hudson Soft games. We're talking like Milon's Secret Castle, Faxanadu, Princess Tomato. All that stuff had not been released since the original NES. I mean, you could go and you could buy the old cartridge, you could buy an NES, or maybe if you own an NES and happen to be lucky enough that it still works. But other than that, this was your only chance, and now that's gone. And then there's arcade games like, say, Ninja Gaiden. Now, Ninja Gaiden, the arcade game, had a release on Xbox, sort of. It was unlockable in Ninja Gaiden Black, and that requires a whole lot of work just to play that game. And Xbox, children, was several generations ago. So unless you want to go and buy an Xbox and play through Ninja Gaiden Black, you know, that's your only chance to play the arcade game at home now if you didn't get it on the Wii. So, and then of course there were the WiiWare games, and the Wii was the only place you could play that. The Wii Shop was it. You're never ever going to have a chance to buy, you know, Castlevania Rebirth or Contra Rebirth or games like that again. They're gone. And that's distressing to me because modern society has gotten us used to being able to get everything at just the drop of a hat. Everything's at our fingertips. And instead, video games are becoming the opposite. So, you know, all the TV shows in the last, 20 years, you can get them digitally or you can get them on DVD. They exist. You know, you can get all the movies, all the shows, all the comic books very easily. What you can't get are digital video games. If they were released digitally, you know, you may or may not be able to get them. If it's released for a mobile device, I mean, in a few years, that game might be gone. I mean, there's just a ton of games on like Android and iOS devices that have just disappeared off those shops. And now, you know, you have hundreds of games on the Wii just gone, and it just keeps happening. You know, digital is supposed to be this way. The archive things, it's supposed to be this way, that you're always going to have access to it. And instead, it's becoming, for video games, a surefire way that, like, okay, I know at some point I'm not going to have access to that anymore. And that is distressing. It is weird. It just feels weird that I can go and buy any random episode of a show from, 15 years ago or whatever, but the games that were put on Wii Shop are gone. It's weird. And, as someone who likes old games, it does bother me greatly. And, I kind of understand why people, turn to ROMs and things like that. I don't personally do that. I just don't really trust stuff like that enough. And I just don't really want to burden down my already kind of underpowered computer with stuff like that. But I really see the appeal because it's looking like that's going to be the only way to get some of this stuff. I mean, and if you don't give people access to things they want, they're going to find a way. So I hope, maybe there's better solutions to this that someone will come out with in the future, because there's a market. All these games people want. And maybe they don't want them all the time, but if you leave them out there, eventually some people are going to find it, the people who do want it. And it should just always be there, because once you just upload it, I mean, it doesn't really cost you anything to just keep it out there. The burden was on Nintendo to, I guess, maintain servers or whatever, but I mean, I would hope that wasn't that bad, but maybe it is. I don't know. Hope Wii U Shop stays around for a very long time. I'm not ready to make any decisions on the stuff on there yet. Right now got a ton of Wii stuff just piled up, waiting to play. that is the one silver lining. There's a lot of good stuff that I've gotten and a lot of good stuff I'm looking forward to playing. So, I mean, sad week, but also with a hope of like some really cool gameplay that I'll be able to experience. So anyway, share your thoughts on the Wii Shop. Did you get anything when it closed down, or did you even notice? What do you think about, the ability to try to get retro games or try to get digitally released games? And like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, I'll see you.